Welcome to a new Waterwave TV interview. As you can tell by the title, we have a very special guest in the building. Everybody get your hands together. Make some noise for Mono 24K, a.k.a. Babyfacemano's in the building.
Mono in the building, man. Much love.
I mean, tapping in,
Appreciate
tapping
you
in.
having me, man.
Got the denim tears on, got the gold hanging from the neck.
Much
You know,
love,
we coming. He dripped out in here. He got to come drip to the Waterwave pod. But we are Waterwave TV. Make sure you tap in with us at all platforms at Waterwave TV. Tap in with his socials. Even before we get into this, pause this video right now. Tap in with him. Just tap in. If he's on here, he's on here for a reason. But got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up with. I've met you a couple times in the studio. Jay Fontaine has brought you around.
Jay Fontaine, that's my people's, man.
But yeah, you're still new to the music scene though.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Pretty new.
Yeah.
I'm about I'd say this is my second year, maybe second, third year.
Yeah, because you don't have like a bunch on all platforms or nothing like that. You have like 3 songs on Spotify.
Yeah.
You're kind of new to like getting yourself out there.
Definitely,
you know?
definitely, yep.
But that comes with like experience and whatnot. Because you're still pretty young, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm 18. Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, I'm one of the younger cats coming out of Eastside St. Paul.
Okay.
Definitely. So, dropping music for me, I always want to make sure I drop something that's like that I know that I'm really confident in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the main reason why I'm not dropping like too much.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's good too to like not oversaturate yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need to do too much too early. Like people are excited since you're like still kind of new, you're young, you got a lot of like young people around you that still have like positive energy and shit. You haven't hit the real world yet and start hating shit.
Nah,
you know what I mean? So you gotta get work on each project one at a time, treat every song like it's a really big deal to you because it is, brick by brick. You gotta go step by step. You want every song to be a banger. You don't if you're 20, 30 songs deep, and then all of a sudden it's like shit, you came and gone. Some people that's how some people think,
No, that's for sure.
So it's good to, work on song by song. But what is it like being like a 18-year-old rapper in Minnesota, especially like representing like the Hmong community? You talk about it in your music a lot. Like what is it like being young, up and coming? Who you kind of working with? Who's like your big bros, your OGs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, first off, I like to say big shout out to my boy Jay Fontaine. That's big bro for sure. He helped me put me on the game for real, and you know what I'm saying? He definitely got me to a point in my life that got me further.
Yeah, shout out Jay Fontaine, man. He's been around.
Shout out, man.
I met him when he was like fucking 15 or 14. He started coming around the Waterwave studio and doing interviews with us and just meeting the guys. So yeah, shout out him.
Yeah, I definitely have a song with him coming up soon.
Okay.
We've recorded a couple, but we haven't really dropped anything. But hopefully sooner when we both of our names are definitely more bigger into the city or bigger in general, we'll get that verse done.
Yeah.
And that feature will be hard, man.
Yeah.
But as far as being a young buck in the community, especially for Hmong people, it's weird sometimes. Sometimes I'll be the youngest in the room for the shows and stuff like that. I'll be the youngest in the room, and everybody's just kind of looking at me like, yo, who's this kid? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's definitely it's a good feeling, and it's kind of like a uncomfortable feeling because it's like, I don't really know nobody here. Yeah. Everybody old as hell. Or not old as hell, but like
just older than you. They've
older than me, but
more experienced, at least in how many shows they've done this stuff, or whatever. But yeah, no, I think it's good being young as long as you can like appreciate and like take people's advice correctly. I feel like there's a lot of young people that are like super strict on like, no, I know what's best, when there's like when older people are trying to help you, you know what I mean? But you seem like you've been actually like learning a lot from a lot of people and whatnot.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. And like in riding that young wave, like while you're still young is like it's really worth it.
Definitely.
Like were you rapping? You were rapping in high school then,
yeah,
right?
I was rapping.
Yeah.
Yep. I rap. I started rapping when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade. I was 6th grade around.
What year is that? Like 2012 or 2013? Is that when?
Yeah, like a
around
long
that
time ago.
Was that your 5th grade year?
Yeah, when like 10 Toes Challenge was really hitting. You heard of the 10 Toes Challenge, right?
Maybe. It sounds familiar, but I can't think of it.
It was like a little freestyle thing that everybody was doing back then.
What was that on, like Vine or some shit?
Yeah,
TikTok? No, probably
some,
like Instagram
Vine,
videos before like people were really posting videos. And
yeah,
Twitter maybe. I don't even know. People used to post videos at Twitter for trends.
No, 100%. But yeah, that was really That was my big thing.
So what, you're just like freestyling like at school, like 5th through 7th grade, like just doing fun stuff, like for fun or what?
I was always more of a writer.
Okay.
I didn't really freestyle too much as a youngin', because I would just always listen to something. I would listen to music, and I'd be like, damn, if they said this, it would have been better, you know? Or I used to be like, oh, or I would hear people freestyle in front of me, and I'd be like, oh, you could have said this. That would have sounded better. So then at one point, I was just in my room. I remember I was a youngin'. I was in my bunk bed, and I was just like, well, shit, let me try to write a song then. And I was doing it for a bit. It was just kind of like a hobby until I say like late 2021. That was when it really started to become, okay, maybe I could do something with this. Cause I had got into like a breakup or something. It was really like not good for my mental, and I was like, okay, look, the only thing that I'm used to doing and I could really do is rap. So I was putting that into rap, and I think the first week it did pretty good. I think it did 10,000 views as my first like ever snippet or first ever song putting out there. And after that, I was just like, all right, well, you know, there's some people that actually do want to see this, so I have to continuously drop more for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like are you still in high school or did you just graduate?
No, I just graduated.
Okay. Yeah. So like I feel like there's that time like while you're in high school to try to take, like I wish I would have like started water wave in high school, you know what I mean? Like it's where just that niche of people like all know what everybody's doing and are more open to maybe supporting you, because it's like, and I'm sure you've seen that too. Like did you get a lot of support with people that like went to high school with you or like surrounding high schools? It's kind of like that age range, right? Kind of at first. And I feel like people are really, really supportive of people they go to high school with, especially if they're doing something that's really cool, because they want to like kind of be a part of it or be a part of the journey and whatnot. But once you kind of step out and everyone starts going to college here, going to college there, it's like you want to try to keep all those people attention on you on Instagram. You know, they're going to be off at college, meeting new people. They might forget about you unless you're like doing something really, you know, continuing.
Crazy,
So yeah, you definitely at this age you want to like really garner that fan base and keep them engaged, you know.
Definitely.
No matter who it is or whatever you want, even if it's just someone on Facebook that you never think of, they're gonna open it up and see you like, damn, I want to check out his new song. You know, he's been going crazy every month. You know, you want to stay busy with that. What about like, where do you think like most of your fans like come from? Like from what like outlets, or what did you do to get fans like starting from the beginning and then kind of leading up to who you are now?
So my thing was, one of the things that really built my fan base is that Hmong song that I dropped. Because I dropped a Hmong song on Sons of Notown page. Shout out Sons of Notown.
Yeah, that shit went crazy. That has like
Uncle Tom,
100,000 views or some shit like that.
All that Sons of Notown, much love. But I dropped that song, and my initial mind behind it was the sample that I used in that beat is like a more throwback OG sample. And like, especially with Hmong people are like, they're party people. They love to drink. They love to, you know, go to uncle's house or go to grandma's house, you know, and drink and chill. So that was like a karaoke song, or like a karaoke song I would always hear as a kid.
Okay.
So it was just kind of like, if I were to throw this sample on a new wave type beat, which it'll bring back, you know, the nostalgia. It'll definitely ring to more ears. Like, you know, all these little kids, not little kids, but all these young bucks and stuff, they grew up listening to this just like me. So if I threw that OG sample on a new type beat, on a new wave, I can get the ear and attention of, you know, the youngins and the OGs.
Yeah, that's smart.
That definitely, that was my initial thought behind that song.
So is that like, that's like your biggest song so far, right?
Yeah, that's my biggest song currently.
When you made it, obviously, I guess using that sample, I was going to ask, did you know kind of like when you made it, this was going to be the song that was going to get you a lot of fans? But yeah, putting that sample in there, I guess, was kind of like your idea that this was going to drag on a lot of people. What was it? So how did you get tapped in with that group, the Sons of Notown? Like, how did that connection happen? Like, you know, obviously in your music video is interesting for someone that's not familiar with their page. You know, it says like episode 14. It's not even like titled the music video. So like explain kind of like how that relationship happened and like why it's titled that, I guess. You know what I mean? For like your fans that have no clue who they are, you know?
So Yanu Sunday is it's a title of a series that they do on their page. Lately, I remember it wasn't too long ago, I believe. It was just maybe a year and some change ago that they posted this thing on Facebook where they're like, okay, check it out. we want to give back to the Hmong community because these guys are rappers from way back then, OGs, but they're kind of like, they're known for sure. They're known. They do numbers, in the Hmong community, especially because the Hmong community is so small. A lot of people listen to them, so they're doing millions and stuff like that too. And it just also happens to be that one of the artists on Sons of Notown, he's actually my uncle too.
Oh, fun.
So it kind of just helped tie everything in together. Mm-hmm. And so with that, it was just kind of like, okay, I listened to these guys since I've been growing up. They're giving out an opportunity where they're allowing to shoot a music video for free, to record the song for free, and to post it on their page for free.
Nice.
As long as they get the revenue and, they get all the money that comes in.
All the stuff on the back end, but you don't got to pay nothing for
Definitely,
it. Yeah. And you get all their, followers and stuff.
Helping out each other. Mm-hmm. And I did that. And that's why that song specifically went on their page. And, and
it was titled that way. And
definitely.
Yeah, because I was, trying to look back for the music video, and it was like kind of hard to find if you didn't know what you're looking for. But it's right there. If you look up your rap name, it pops right up. That's another thing too. You have like 3 different names on all your platforms, man.
So funny story.
Did you change your name along the way, or why is it like that?
Yeah, I changed my name multiple times actually, because I was a youngin' and my first name was M4NO2X.
Yeah.
Because that was like
that's
mono
difficult
2 times.
to remember.
Yeah, that's a crazy name though, So I'm like, I'm probably, it's gonna be hard for people to search me up and stuff like that, and it's gonna be hard for people to really to find me, you know. So I was like, all right, well, I gotta go with something else, right? And at the time, I was listening to a lot of Babyface Ray, and I was listening to a lot of like the Babyface, like the people in that rap under, I think, Babyface Ray, that whole kind of group.
Yeah,
I was really fucking with them, and so at that time, I was like, yeah, I fuck with that shit. Like they all hard. And at the same time, people already was telling me that I had a baby face before I grew like the mustache and everything. But people was telling me I had a baby face too. So it just tied together. And I was like, oh yeah, Babyfacemano, It sounds smooth, it's clean, and then it's not too hard. But Mono 24K was also, it's kind of like that was like an Instagram name compared to like my artist name, which is Babyfacemano. Okay. Like an Instagram name or, just to chop it down a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
so it's not as long or whatever.
Definitely.
It's 24K because of gold?
Yeah, 24K is the gold. So my thing is 24K is the most pure 100% gold you find. And, it's real. So I like to be 100%, and try to be real as much as I can, and really be my own thing. Like, gold, 24K gold, that's just 100% gold.
There you go.
Nothing else about it.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You heard it here first. You got the answer. What is his name?
3 names is crazy, man. But
yeah, you gotta. I think the Instagram name is fine, but yeah, you should try to definitely do whatever you can to have it be like the same across as many platforms as possible. Definitely. Especially when you get on big platforms, you want them to be able to look at Babyfacemano and find Babyfacemano. You know, not try to like have to go through loopholes and find their way to it and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to change it soon though. Definitely just gotta go through the process of it. It's gonna take a minute, but definitely trying to change it before I get hired and
Have you got any good show opportunities? Like you were saying, like the Hmong community loves to party, and I've gone to a few Hmong shows, like at Myth.
Oh yeah,
Myth. Like the guys were super lit at Myth for Justin Park. I think it was Justin Park who I was there for, and like Clea Universe and Kid Swami and Jay Fontaine and Tease all performed. Have you got to do any like cool big show opportunities? Because it seems like. It seems like the Hmong community always looks out for each other on openers and shit, and having everyone around, 100%. like having Jay Fontaine a part of the team and being around all the time. Like I've been able to like open my horizons and really see and be involved with a lot of new stuff. But yeah, what kind of opportunities have you kind of gotten from that?
Yeah, I think one great thing I love about the Hmong community is that even though we're so small, a lot of people know each other, and it works both ways, but. A lot of people. It's especially in Minnesota too. It's a pretty small community. So when Hmong people are promoters, there's a lot of promoters like, you got Midwest Monster, you got SNS Entertainment, Aluminum. I think that's what they're called. But you know, they got a bunch of these promoters out here. So when they do shows, you know, they're kind of like they don't have a huge variety of people to choose from. It's kind of like, you know, these are the people running.
Yeah, who got the buzz right now for the community? Yeah.
So me personally, I haven't had a huge show yet, but I've done shows around like, you know, Unison, or the Hmong people would know Unison, Far East, you know, like in the more bars, I would say more in the bars and in the clubs and stuff like that, other than
like actual concert venues.
Yeah, concert venues.
Yeah,
and stuff like
opportunities
that.
will come too, though, because I'm like, I mean, only so many people can do it, and as more and more start coming, it's just going to be more and more people to get the opportunities and more shows to happen. Yeah. In your song, the big one, how do you pronounce the name of it again? The one that blew up.
That song is called Bunzong.
Pongzong.
Yeah, Bunzong. That means like a ghost,
okay,
or like an entity. You know. So that song is called Bunzong because one of the opening bars in there is families ride or die, quick to turn or suck a Bunzong, which means like, you know,
turn them ghost.
Yeah, turn them a ghost. So,
I'm learning quick.
But yeah, man. There's actually, I was translating in the song too, I believe. But do you know any Hmong words?
No, I don't know.
Don't. All right. Man, I think
you gonna teach me something.
Yeah, I'll teach you some Hmong words, man.
All right, here we go. Babyfacemano teaches Ricky
some Hmong words.
How to some Hmong words. All right, what's the?
All right.
What do I gotta know?
So the most basic ever is Nyajong. That's, you know, that's your greeting. That's your hello.
Yongjong.
That's your kind of like, you know, when you walk in and you shake everybody's hand. Nyajong.
Yongjong.
Yeah, nya.
Ya.
Yeah, zhong.
Zhong.
Yeah, just like that.
Yong,
you say it together, Nyajong. Shake a hand, you know. In the Hmong community, we big on handshakes. Okay. It's big on respect, you know. So you go around the whole house. If you're a guy, any of the guys, you go and shake all the guys' hands, you know, and then you go greet, you know, your aunties, and you greet the women in the family as well.
So Yongjong.
Nyajong.
Yongjong.
Yeah, so...
Yep. That's like saying, like, that's like a formal what's up?
Yeah.
Or because you know people say like what's good?
Yeah.
Is that like, is there like two different ones, you know what I mean?
That's the most formal that I'm familiar with. But I know they got Nyajong,
like if you were to like say what up to your friend, like your close friend, like what would you say? Would you say that? Would you say Yongjong?
I mean, honestly, I probably would speak English. Probably like, it was good, you know. But if I'm talking to like the OGs, you know, the my grandma, or like my you know, my older peoples, definitely being a lot more formal.
Okay.
So to be, you know, Nyajong, or how are you doing today is actually, do you know how to say that? How are you doing today? I don't think there's actual like, because there's a lot of Hmong words where they don't give you a translation. It's just like there's no translation in English. Type thing.
Yeah, you just don't do greetings the same way. Like you wouldn't say that full sentence together. Exactly. You would just say it a little bit shorter.
Definitely.
Interesting.
One thing I can tell you for sure is goodbye is Shinji.
Shinji.
She. Like she.
Yeah.
And then G. Basically just like G. Like
Shiji. Shiji.
So Shinji.
Shinji.
Door. That's it.
Shinji door. Shinji door.
That's like, all right, I'll see you later, you know.
Okay. Shinji door.
Or like, all right, take it easy, or bye, or you know. But me, I was when I made that Hmong song, even when I made Bunzong, it wasn't I'm not 100% fluent in Hmong for sure. I could definitely say that. I was definitely more fluent as a youngin, as a kid, because I kind of grew up around my grandmas and them, you know. So I definitely grew up around more Hmong. But as I got older, you know, I'm going to school, going to work or something, you know, and that vocabulary definitely opens up. So I'm speaking more English than Hmong.
Yeah, and you speak Hmong in the popular song as well.
I speak Hmong.
Yeah, what is the words and what does it translate to?
The translation, so I believe in the beginning I said, growing up as a Hmong kid, always eating manje day. So manje day is basically rice with water, straight up like that. That's a big thing for Hmong people. Me, I always grew up eating it. My grandma, and you know, it's like I guess you would call it like a. You ever heard the term like a ghetto meal, like a hood meal type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Where you don't really got anything at the crib. I got rice and I got water, and it smacks.
Okay. Yeah.
Smacks. Definitely should try it, man. It definitely smacks.
A little bit of salt and pepper in there.
Like, me personally, I'm not a pepper guy, and it kills everybody because everybody's like, "Oh, you're Hmong and you don't like pepper." But yeah, I'm not a pepper guy, man. Me personally, I just don't. I don't get the sensation of wanting your mouth to burn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just mean like black pepper.
Oh, like black pepper?
Yeah. Salt and pepper on rice. I do that sometimes.
Salt and pepper on rice. That's true.
If you really like you just hungry, salt and pepper on rice tastes like a chip.
Not bad.
Like the same taste. I'm probably so white for saying that. It tastes like a chip.
Nah, it's all good. I've never tried that. But
salt and pepper on it.
It's never too late to try something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was growing up as a Hmong kid, always eating manje day.
Okay.
Grandma fed me so that is like basically pork boiled in greens and as a stew, and you would eat that with the rice.
Okay.
So that's more of a more soul food for Hmong people.
Okay.
And I always grew up eating it because my grandma, they're immigrants, so they're not really up to date with what to cook and stuff like that. They just remember what they grew up with. So that's pork with greens as a broth with broth and rice and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I said, grandma fed me it turned me to Pa'e. Pa'e means like a superhero. Like I guess that's the best way to put it, like a hero. So it turned me to like the GOAT. Basically, you would say turn to English, like, oh yeah, I ate this, grandma fed me this as a youngin', and that's what turned me to the GOAT now, So yeah, grandma fed me it turned me to Pa'e. I used to grow up wish for better days, but now the better days is every day. Swear I move in silence like I meditate. One thing I would say for that is Hmong people, we believe in shamanism. So there's a lot of meditation going on, and there's a lot of I would say meditation, and we have I'm trying to think of the best words to put it into English because it's pretty hard. But basically, we have shamans who can contact the other side, and they can in our culture they can heal people.
Okay.
So meditating, like my mom, she's a shaman as well. So I used to always see her meditate and stuff like that. And
like meditating helps bring you closer to
it helps bring you closer into the shaman realm almost. And so swear I move in silence like I meditate. When you meditate, you don't really speak. And then I said, Asian gold around my neck, never asked for handout. I resorted to go push them loud. Basically, it's Asian gold, 24K gold. And then when I said that's like that's like this is that 24. And then I never asked for handout. I was, you kind of pick those together. But yeah, man, it was definitely a tricky process. My stepmom, she's from Laos.
Okay.
So she actually helped me. Like I was telling her straight up, like, this is what I'm trying to say. Can you help me put it into a Hmong word
and have it
verse.
And have it like roll off the tongue, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And make it sound like it makes sense. Because sometimes when you translate from English straight to Hmong, it won't make sense.
Yeah.
And
especially in the music world.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you're trying to like make a song sound good and try to use two different languages, like because sometimes even like how you translate it to English, like if you said that in English, it wouldn't sound good on a song. Like definitely, it would like the bars and the message would be good, but it wouldn't like sound right with the melody. So it's like you have to take both of those into account when you're trying to do translations. Because if you rap something in English and you try to just translate it straight out to any language, it's not going to sound right. If you were to say that in place of what they were saying, you have to change the words completely, just about.
Yeah, man. I remember my mom. She was telling, because one thing about Hmong language too is the pronunciation. So your pronunciation has to be on point. If you pronounce a wrong word wrong, then that could mean a whole different word. So. One thing for me is I would have my stepmom. I actually had her say my verse. So she's rapping my verse to me, and I'm just listening to hear so I could repeat it. And
so you're like Drake.
Right.
You're like Drake. You just have people sing for you, and then
Man,
so your mom's your ghostwriter this whole time?
something like that. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, I wrote the verse, and I was like, I need you to say this so I could hear how it's pronounced
That's
perfectly.
Cool. Yeah.
And then she recorded a video of her reading it and saying it, and I was like, all right, perfect. Nice. I swear I was in the car for like 3 hours because I was trying to record it, but I was in the car for like 3 hours repeating the same thing over and over and over again. I was like, I was doing the grandma fed me that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn. I was in the car for like 3 hours just like, grandma fed me listening to it, grandma fed me, like straight up.
And trying to make it sound good and at the same energy and levels as your other words and shit too. Definitely, yeah. And
to roll off the tongue too is a big factor because
no, it's cool. It's good to have a mixture, I'm sure, of both languages in your music. I'm sure it helps like get more fans that way too, because you probably get more respect doing that too, like being able to do both and whatnot. But you're talking about what you were fed. What are some like iconic like Hmong dishes that
iconic Hmong dishes?
Yeah.
I could give you 3 off the top of my head right now. The first, I mean, it would be more of a Vietnamese dish. It's made by Vietnamese people, but it's a delicacy to Hmong people as well. It's pho. It basically kind of just like a rice noodle soup with beef broth.
Pho?
Pho.
P-H-O?
Yep, P-H-O,
okay.
yeah.
Pho. Yeah, I know it's pronounced. I used to think it was pronounced pho for my whole life. Until I actually went and got it and I found out it wasn't pho. It was pho. It's good though. I fuck with that shit. I like that a lot.
Pho is fire.
Pho is fire.
We have copia. Copia, it's more of like a doughy noodle, a thicker noodle, but they're all pretty much soups. Okay. So it's a soup, but it's, man, you can never go wrong on a cold day, copia, some warm copia, or something. I mean, I'm a big fisherman. So, I go fish and come home, eat some copia. It's the best shit ever.
Okay.
Or we also have capon. Capon, they all kind of sound the same, but I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% sure if that's a Hmong dish, but it's definitely a delicacy to Hmong people as well.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, like it's a lot of soups for sure.
Where's the best place to get pho in Minneapolis or Twin Cities?
Best place to get pho. I'm not in the app too much, but I could tell you in St. Paul.
Yeah, where's the best place? Yeah, in the Twin Cities, St. Paul.
Shout out I Heart Pho. It's pretty far. I ain't gonna lie. On the east side, right on Arcade Street, right by Golden Harvest, right there. It's the spot. Shout out. I would say King Thai is pretty good. I mean, I don't think they have pho, but they have their Asian cuisine. It's a fire Asian cuisine.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I need more restaurants.
Hmong Village is definitely one of the sleeper places that people don't go to, but it's a little bit taxed.
What about like, is there like good spots to go get like Hmong like groceries or like candies and snacks? You know what I mean? Like I know 100%. A few spots for like, if you like Mexicans candies and like groceries, and I've gone to a couple of wholesale spots that Jay brought me to. Yeah, that are like groceries where it's all like Korean stuff and whatnot. But like, where's some good spots to go if people are trying to experience the culture the best way? On
East Side, I think my favorite personal is Golden Harvest. Golden Harvest is an Asian store, but they kind of got everything. But, they're more modern. Because, you go to some Asian stores where they're just straight, like, old people. Like, they're not really modern. It's just like it's just like an old store. You can really tell when it's an old store. But no, they're pretty modern. Golden Harvest, they're pretty modern. And Hai Tien is another one. Okay. It's a big supermarket. So they definitely have a bigger variety. But, yeah, I think those are kind of like the main two that I go to. Okay. Golden Harvest, Hai Tien, and then, like, there was this other market called, I think it was 52 Market, but they had just recently burned down. Damn. So, and my personal favorite store is NL Orientals.
NL?
100%. NL Orientals on White Bear Avenue, NL Orientals. Okay. I'm telling you, they have everything you need. You need anything, this on East Side too. Okay. Anything you need, they'll have everything you need. For sure, 100%.
Like a grocery store type, or
and they have their own deli as well. So
deli.
if you don't want to make it, you want to go get some deli instead. They got it for you too.
Okay, you have to take me over there for a vlog or something.
100%.
Show me how to eat right.
Come part 2, man. We gonna come over to the east and eat some Asian food.
You and Jay will have to bring me around for a day.
Definitely,
lunch and dinner or something. Man, what do you got new for music coming up though? You got any big plans for this year, next year? We don't even got to think about it as years, but anything cool coming up?
Definitely, I have a couple music videos coming up. I've been expanding my palette more with all types of music, like party music to Detroit type beats to even Chicago type beats. But I like to expand my palette. But I have a couple music videos for party songs coming out.
Cool.
And especially with the cold season and February coming around, that's like the love season and everything. So I definitely have some more love songs coming through too.
Yeah, because you show a lot of versatility in your music. Like it's not everything is about like doing like dirty crime shit.
Oh, yeah,
or, you do rap about like some like positive stuff, like do stuff for my community, da da da.
Hell yeah.
And in your in the song you said like shout out Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Cali.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, I ain't never heard someone rep those 3 markets. I'm like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Cali. But what is like those 3 states mean to you?
So Minnesota, Wisconsin, Cali are the most populated Hmong people.
Yeah, and that's what Jay told me because he was the one that played it originally for me, and I was like, oh shit. But I was curious to see like why you chose to put them on.
Man, I got love and I got family all the way out there. Especially the streams do very good in California too.
Okay.
And Wisconsin. So shout out Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Cali.
Okay.
Because that's where majority of the Hmong people are at, and that's the majority audience of my fan base kind of. So that it definitely those 3 states help me.
They help me, and they have like the highest like Hmong populations in the United States. Is that like the stat behind it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'd say like, who are some like Hmong rappers that are like pretty big in the game that you like would like love to work with, or that you like kind of watch going crazy and use as inspiration?
100%. I think one of the I know a lot. I've been working with some bigger Hmong artists. I think one of the biggest right now, or one of my personal favorites, is KT Killing Him. Free KT, by the way. Till it's backwards, but KT Killing Him, he was going crazy, man, right before he got locked up recently. He's definitely an artist I would love to work with, and I've been seeing, some young bucks from around, like California and stuff like that. Like TMBGs, he's been going crazy too. That's my boy. And Tommy Boy, man, that's my uncle. I haven't got a feature from him, even though that's uncle. I'm just like, I'm not the type to go like,
oh, you got to get your name right on Spotify first.
Yeah.
You got to get your name right on Spotify before you get a good feature.
100%. But I definitely want to work with Sons of Notown on a feature level.
Like an actual song together, yeah, that'd be cool.
Definitely. Stupid. I was gonna say Stupid Young, but that's Kid Swami. That's what it is. Kid Swami, he's cold, man.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a youngin', I believe he had peeped my shit when I was like first coming up as a youngin'.
Yeah, Kid Swami cool. I fuck with Kid Swami.
Yeah, he's cool for sure, 100%.
Yeah, he's one of my first ever interviews. Old ass interview. Like I pulled up to his crib. We were in his bedroom studio,
For
like
real?
2018. This is when I was still in college in Wisconsin and shit. And I think he went to high school with someone that I started Waterwave with,
Gotcha.
Elliot. They went to high school together. So he's like, "Oh, tap in with Swami." So we did, and this was like right after. I think it was either right before or right after he dropped the feature with Stupid Young, the first one, the one that like did millions of views for him or whatever. So I can't remember if we might not even talked about that because it was early. But then we've done multiple interviews since then.
Right.
But yeah, no, he's been tough. He's been someone. He's grown a lot in the scene. Like I think that he's had a lot of big songs. He could still do some good noise, some good numbers and stuff.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things about him is he's done some pretty crazy features for sure. Like some people that's mainstream. He's featured with pretty mainstream rappers. And I think that's cold as hell, man. Yeah. Especially as a Hmong dude from Minnesota. really, really getting in touch with all these other races and all these other artists that's mainstreaming. I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, what do you think it'll take for like a Hmong rapper, let's say, because obviously the Hmong music, like there's like big other genres as well, but like a Hmong rapper to become like mainstream. Like Stupid Young is pretty big, but he's nowhere near like a mainstream artist. Like someone like how like the Migos, like they were really like rappers for the longest, and then eventually they just became mainstream. Quavo's on every hit country song or pop song now. You know what I mean? Like what does it take for like a Hmong rapper, if there isn't one already, to like kind of hit that level? You think like what's like the barriers that you guys need to cross?
One thing that I believe in that I actually try to do too is I try not to, like, don't get me wrong, the Hmong community, that's my people. I love them, and that's, you know, I always try to help out my fellow Hmong people. However, it's like I think that if you stay in the Hmong community where you only make Hmong music, you're not gonna really branch out into, you know, other races, and therefore you wouldn't be able to mainstream. Because the Hmong community is just so small. It's way too small to be able to mainstream,
especially for like hip hop music, I assume, right? Because it's not like it's like rap. Like if you're growing up as a kid in the average Hmong household and you're trying to listen to like Lil Wayne or like, you know, like is that being allowed? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that like frowned upon, like growing up for most like Hmong cultures? You know what I mean?
I would say depending how old-minded your folks are. My folks, they were pretty young. My mom had me when she was, I believe, 17, and my dad was like 19.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure. And my parents, they're more younger, so they didn't really care. They were listening to it, to be honest.
So they were still pretty like because they're
still
young.
Yeah,
they're still young. So they're kind of with the times or whatever. It's probably how long it's been that you've like maybe been in the United States too. Like how many generations and stuff like that may play a part in that type of stuff too, I assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were kind of allowed like music freedom from a young age.
I was. But I knew a lot of people, like my cousins, their parents were
they were making music too.
Parents were like 40 years old, and they couldn't listen to nothing but Hmong music or like Taylor Swift, or like, you know, something on the radio or something like that.
So it's almost like even just the culture of rap music in the Hmong community is like at like in the United States at least is like already, you know, the population isn't super high, and then the people that is the population aren't consuming rap music at a super high level.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think that's like definitely you definitely want to appeal to every community, because that's no one can become mainstream without doing that. You know, no matter who you are. So
for sure. That's facts, man. Like that's the best way to put it, to be honest. It's definitely harder to get in the game with different genres of music.
It is good to have a good like start though, and like being like very proud to be who you are and where you came from. Definitely. It's like I think everybody should do that, you know, no matter where you come from. Just be proud of where you came from, because those are the people that you would hope that would support you first, no matter what it is. If it's your hometown, high school, your city, your culture, who you are, like boom, like don't lose sight of who that is. Like don't try to fake where you came from, you know.
Yep. Never forget where you came from. I always hear that all the time, you know. Coming from the Hmong people, that's why, like, for me, my goal wasn't to stay in the Hmong community. However, like, I'm planning to drop a EP soon. So I'm hoping to drop at least some Hmong songs and some regular songs. That way I can keep my audience and where I came from. And on another song, I can, you know, reach out to everybody, branch out to the whole city, hopefully.
Definitely. Well, man, hey, I think we kind of hit our time here today. This conversation was pretty fire, though. We talked about a lot. I learned some words today. You're going to have to give me a refresher. How do I say hello and goodbye again?
So, hello is Nya Zhong.
Nya Zhong.
Yeah, Nya Zhong. So, you go shake someone's hand like Nya Zhong. Yeah, right here. Nya Zhong. Exactly. Perfect.
Nya Zhong.
One thing that I do that you kind of pick it up in the Hmong, once you start speaking more Hmong, they have like a what's the best way to put like a at the end of everything. Okay. So they'll be like Nya Zhong. Okay. Or like Shinji Doa.
Shinji Doa.
Yeah. Okay. So which is see you later, which is like the goodbye. Shinji Doa, Nya Zhong.
Shinji Doa.
Ricky Wright. He gonna be
Shinji Doa.
Yeah. Shinji Doa is hello. Yeah.
Shinji Doa. That's hello.
Oh no, that's
goodbye, right?
My bad. Shinji Doa is goodbye. Yeah.
Shinji Doa. It means like goodbye, see you later.
Goodbye, see you later type.
Shinji Doa. All right, I'm gonna try to exit the interview this way. and see if we can do it.
All right, bet.
All right. Xingji Duo.
Yeah.
Xingji Duo.
Xingji Duo. Yeah.
Xingji Duo.
Yeah, that's the best way you can say it, honestly.
Appreciate y'all tuning into this interview. Make sure you follow him. Follow us at Waterwave TV, Mono24K.
Follow
1521 Como Avenue, Southeast Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can shop Denim Tears hoodies like him.
Denim Tear.
Vintage clothing. Bunch of other sneakers and cool stuff. Book our studio time at waterwavetv.com. But until next time, Xingji Duo.
Xingji Duo. Coming from Greater East Side, man. Xingji Duo.